My name's Cala, and I've been with AFS for coming up on 29 years. I've always worked with the young teenagers in foster care, running the independent living program, and it's expanded over the years. This past year has been really hard for the young people in our program, mainly the kids in our housing program. Pretty much in March of 2020, all the youth lost their jobs, and so we immediately stepped up. We had them not have to pay rent, which they normally pay rent every month. We paid all of their bills, and we gave them money for food. So without that, I just don't know what would have happened to all these young people. So it was very, very difficult and very expensive for our program. So there are quite a few issues. Probably the main ones are education, getting a good job or getting your career going so that you can transition out and make enough money to live off of. And so those things, you have to hit on all those areas in order for young people to be able to have a successful transition. Many of us had our own parents who we would call if we got into some kind of a jam, and lots of times these young people don't have that. Having that one person who you can call when you lost your job or got kicked out of your apartment, somewhere to go for the holidays, that's really just so crucial.
My name's Zeta Jackson Mays. I'm a former foster youth who's currently going to College of Marin, and I'm going to be transferring in the fall for art history and sculpture. I call myself a sculptor because that's what I was primarily interested in when I started, and I still do sculpture work, and I still really enjoy it. But lately I've been doing a lot of drawing and illustrations as well. So there's those two aspects, and then when it comes to like my subject work, I primarily work figuratively, so the human body. I've had my fair share of struggles, including, I think, like everybody else, isolation, depression, and for me, I also have some eating issues, which I generally struggle with even outside the pandemic, but it's made it pretty difficult for me to deal with that and staying healthy physically and mentally, as well as staying on top of schoolwork, college applications, and personal art projects. So in the last year, AFS has helped me in the various ways, such as learning how to budget, providing financial aid in terms of foodstuffs. So they occasionally bring me food items, they give me monthly food checks, they also occasionally go and get lunch with me in weekly meetings that I have with them. And that has also helped in terms of like dealing with social isolation and helping fulfill my social needs. I think what I need most is help with preparing myself for the next stage of my life, which I think is going to be going to university and then going through all of that and figuring out what my plan is after that and making sure that I transition into adult life outside of school successfully, which I am already gaining help with, but I think that's very critical in my at this stage in my life right now.